Hello everyone. It's a hell of a time right now, isn't it? As I kind of said at the end of it, since my last video, the government have announced in the UK that they're going to be giving all pay-as-you-earn workers 80% of their income while businesses are shut because of lockdowns and stuff, which is, of course, a massive relief. So now that we don't have to stress over how we're going to pay our rent and bills and feed ourselves over the next couple of months, we can relax a little bit and just do our bit. There's a lockdown in the UK now, meaning that anyone who isn't deemed a key worker to society has to stay at home. Many people are working from home, and then some of us have actually ended up with just having to be in our houses without a job to do, which, honestly, especially given the severity of things in the world right now, I literally cannot give you any complaints about. I'm really lucky that right now, while I do have some friends and family who think they've got COVID-19 and are self-isolating, so far nobody I know, not even friends of friends, have been hit hard by it. And so right now, all I need to do is concentrate on doing my bit, which, because I have no skills that can help in any way, is just staying inside. Just stay inside. Just stay inside. In the UK right now, we're allowed to go and get our essential groceries and food. We're allowed to go outside for a bit of exercise once a day. I've been using mine mainly to cycle, because that's also a very distancey sport, isn't it? Couldn't really cough on anyone if I cycled, could I? We can't hang out in groups, but we can obviously hang out with the people we live with, because distancing from them is not going to help if we're all sharing the same stuff. And so with all this extra time, I wanted to try and put it towards something as valuable as possible. I've been writing and practicing a lot of music. I've been doing some art. I've been hanging out with my friends more. We've been sharing meals together and cooking. Beachy's an incredible baker. She made some great cookies and some cakes. And we're making a good go of cleaning the house as much as possible. And that, of course, includes our own rooms. And I would just like to officially announce to anyone who remembers or cares about this, but if you remember that suitcase, this guy, it's very big. We originally had it because my sister was moving to a different country. I think that's why it exists. I'm just gonna put that back over there. You see, like many people, when I was little, I decided to start a memory box. And that box was full of things that made me feel nostalgic and sparked joys from the past. And then it just kept growing. What started off as a cute little memory box became this huge, out-of-hand hoarding nightmare. And I have lived with it for about 5 years. I cart the same load of rubbish along with me, and then this same suitcase full of memories. But with all this extra time, guess what I did, gang? That's right. Everything that was in there, that was in about 6 to 8 Tesco bags, is now in here. That was a lot heavier to pick up than I thought it was going to be. And look, right, it's not small, but it's smaller. You know, credit where credit's due, please. This now has all my memories in it. And there were some things I came across while looking through it that I thought were quite cute, and I would like to share them with the world. Now, that was definitely just stage 1 of going through it. There's a lot more that needs to be thrown out, but it's kind of like I need to train myself how to let go of these things in stages. These are some trucks. The reason I've kept these all these years is sometimes if there was no one to look after me, I had to go to work with my dad, and this truck lived in his office. And I really like it because it's so detailed. Very squeaky right now. I love cars, man. There's a lot of toy cars in here, I won't lie. So that you can fill it up in there. What's in there? Just dust, I think. He's staying in. This guy. I don't remember why I have this or where it was from, but I really remember playing with this one. There were these 3 little people. Oh, my little people are missing. There's 3 little people that live in there. They don't now. They're gone. It's not a very convincing cover, is it? Artwork by me. Let's have a look. This is some French work I had to do at some point. I don't know why I've still got it. Clarinette. I haven't gone through all of it. I've just gone through the worst bits and managed to massively downsize it. Why do I keep all this stuff? Okay. When I was little, I consistently, regularly had friends move away. So a lot of what's in here isn't like hoarding. It's just cute old letters and postcards from those people and some other sentimental things. This was a cute card that my friend Rebecca made me to introduce me to my roaring 20s. It's very well made. That's quality design. I can't get rid of that. One day when I was having just a bad time, my friend Reese came over to cheer me up, but I didn't hear the doorbell. So he left me a box of potato waffles because that was pretty much all I exclusively ate as a teenager. To Kim, I walked over here during lunch in an attempt to cheer you up and make sure you're okay. It appears that nobody was home, so I left these potato waffles I'd bought for you. Hope everything's okay. Love, Reese. What a nice boy. This was something all my mates gave me for my birthday a few years ago. It's a voucher book for rubbish days. Cash in with any friend. The vouchers are valid for things like 1 voucher for 1 friend to do a shop run, for 1 friend to go for coffee, for 1 friend to make a hot food. I really need people to make me a hot food. For 1 friend to help tidy room. That is valuable. That's currency. I kind of forgot the voucher book existed, but I think the sentiment is far more important. And thankfully they were my friends. So anything they were willing to do for me was not based on whether I was in possession of a voucher or not. This is a cute card from my friend Becky. It's got some pictures of us on it. I won't show them to you because I respect her. Show you this one though. This is a Christmas card I got from my friend Kelly. Merry Christmas, you messer. It does not sound good in my accent. I hear it in her voice, but you can't do that.
Merry Christmas, you messer.
Thank you, Kelly. This is another one of my favourite trucks. I like this one because it's robust and you can tip things off it. Still here. There are a lot of old school pictures. I won't bless you with all of them. You can have this one to tide you over. That's me at age 10. And that'll do. This is a cover I designed for my school sports day. Why did I keep this? I don't know. Did I like my school? No. I hated every minute of it. Do I want this? No. But here it is. This is a tiny gnome. His name is Lucas. I think my Oma gave him to me when I was small. And now I'm not small. But he is still here. And that's all you need to know. In my old room back at my parents' house, I used to have a whiteboard on the wall and my friends would sign it and write stupid notes. I'd reply to them and wipe it off regularly, but there were some things I didn't want to wipe off. Some things written by faraway friends who might never come back. Eventually the frame fell off the whiteboard and I ended up taking it apart. But what I realised that I could do then was actually cut out the messages that had been left behind. And these are 3 that I kept all these years. This is my friend Jay. That's us getting married at 40, having killed both of our partners for a reason I don't understand. Big Al was here, 2012. 2013? 2012. That's a badly drawn number. And Cassie was here. What beautiful writing does Cassie have? That's incredible. My mum didn't regularly leave me notes, but I've got 2 here that she left me towards the end of my GCSEs. This one, I'm guessing, was the day of my last ever exam. Low lamb, didn't waken you. Good luck this afternoon. Thinking of you. Love, Mum. She calls me Lamb. She's Scottish. And then the other one. This is obviously a bit of scrap paper because there's stuff on the other side. There once was a girlie called Kim who liked video, YouTube and film. After GCSEs, she was ever so pleased, so her mum had a big glass of gin. Thanks, Mum. Composed whilst drying my hair. Friday, the 20th of the 5th? 22? The 20th of the 5th? 22. That is not correct. What did she mean? I finished my GCSEs in 2011. You okay, Mum? But I kept that. This is cute. You can't throw out poetry. It's like burning books, isn't it? This one was a note I got given by a stranger once. I was at work, serving people, and I served him, and then at the end, he sort of hovered by the end of the bar. And as I went that way to serve a different drink, he just gave me something, and I was like, what? Took it off him. It was this. I was here sometime a while ago, and a guy was a dick to you at the bar. I didn't speak up as much as I should have, although I did confront him after. And I've genuinely felt bad ever since for not making an example of him. Really bad. This is my apology. Sorry. So sorry. Paul. And then I nearly cried at work. So, I don't know if it was the same for everyone else. I went to a really small primary school, and something they'd encourage us to do is send postcards from wherever we went away. My mum is from Edinburgh, so growing up we used to go and visit my grandparents there all the time. This is from Kim, age 8? 7? I'm spending my holiday in Edinburgh. Me and my family went to a rock climbing. Then we went to an Italian restaurant and I had pizza. When we got back, I saw a fox. Last of all, I played on a skateboard. From Kim. Thank you. Postcard worthy. It was a big day. We went to a restaurant. I had a pizza. Some time ago, I had the theory that instead of keeping entire items of clothing, I should just hoard tiny segments of them. This is a tiny segment of a t-shirt for my sister's band. They were called Bahuki, which is Scottish slang for a butt. This was my polo shirt that everyone signed when I left primary school. This was my polo shirt that everyone signed when I left high school. This is the logo segment of the county jazz band thing that I was in. I do want to keep that. That was one of my favourite things. And this is a tiny segment of a t-shirt that my uncle bought me, commemorating the millennium bug and things that rhymed with it. At the turn of the millennium, New Year 2000, millennium bug, millennium dug, millennium hug, millennium jug, millennium lug, millennium mug, millennium rug, millennium tug. It was Scottish. There's so much more, and I need to get rid of so much more. But that gives you a little insight into this clearing out project and my life. And while it was frustrating spending 6 hours going through stuff that should have been thrown out years ago, it was quite nice to have all this to look back on, especially in these times. The world can be a big, scary place. Huge life events can seem like they're never going to end. But just like everything here came and went, this too shall pass.